Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Apologies for the time changes. And today been another one of those. Basically, this whole week has been one of those. But nonetheless, still a blessed week. You know, give y'all guys some time to tune in. Ain't gonna be too crazy this afternoon. Um, just want to run down a few things. That's all. First things first. Hopefully, everybody having a blessed and productive Saturday so far. Hopefully, everybody is out and about and enjoying this beautiful weather, especially those in the city. Uh, Not too bad out. So make the chance to get out, get some fresh air, and make memories. For those celebrating birthdays this weekend and this week, you know, happy birthday. Hopefully, you have another blessed year around the sun. You know, many more blessings and lessons, and again, create great memories. And for those right now who are right now suffering from health ailments or anything along those lines, those who might have lost, loved ones recently, healing prayers and condolences goes out to you. You know, this week has been really one of those up and down weeks. Some people losing people. You're just trying to get through it. James, what's going on, my guy? One thing I want to reiterate again about is friendship, and this is just around the board. When you have friends who are going through the roughest times, the best thing you can do is again try to lift their spirits, and try to ease the pain to a degree. You know, some people again don't know how to deal with the stresses of losing loved ones or losing a significant other. For the people who have lost their significant others recently, especially those who are part of this collective, again, you know, condolences and prayers to the family. One thing, we are still here. We are still a family unit. So, you take time you need to try to heal and relax. But the days that you might need that pep and that real laughter and that real joy, you know where to come back to. Main thing is just taking things day by day. And some people have a problem with taking things day by day. Some people try to rush a process when it comes to trying to get to some form of healing. The healing process is never a speedy process at all. Because you got to think about it. You're going to consistently go through that in life. If it's not death within your family, it could be death within the people that you really resonate with. You know, that's something that just can't be stopped. You know, that's inevitable. You know, but the most important thing again is trying to keep those people elevated and uplifted. Oh, and James, just in case, you know what to do now. I got time for no foolishness today, especially this is a whole new week. But yeah, the main thing, especially for those people again, take the necessary time. Definitely some counseling. I'll suggest that to anybody that's lost a significant other, mother, father, anybody that's real close to your heart. If you feel you can't do it alone, you're not gonna have to. You have to reach out for the help when needed. You know, one thing you can't do is keep things bottled up inside because then it will stir up all forms of emotions, stir up the wrong thing. Your main thing is not to crash out, especially when you're going through a significant loss. And I know it's easier said than done because everybody is wired different. But I would say for those who go with reason and logic, main thing to remember is just try to keep the memories or the good ones upheld. It's a sad purpose. It's a sad moment again when you know you're not going to be able to see the person that you used to seeing. But you also have to remember the time that you spent together. You know, and if y'all had a lot of good times, you cherish all of those good memories. Some of those memories might hurt, because it might stir up old emotions. But you got to remember that again, you know, we all don't know when our punch out date is. You know, so try to make the best of it. You know, and sometimes you're gonna have a situation like that. That higher power might put somebody in your life for a reason. He might put them in your life for a season. And if see it, or if it sees fit, you'll have multiple seasons with that person until either one of you close your eyes or both of you close your eyes. So again, if you're happy, if you're in the best positions, you cherish every memory and make sure you build the best ones. Hammer baby, I hear you. I hear you. Hopefully you enjoy your lunch. And hopefully everything going good with the job and everything. And again, congratulations to you. Keep pushing forward and keep doing what you got to do, sis. You know what it is. But yeah, you got to remember, you know, there's a reason why when they do those wedding vows, it said death to us part, because that's a serious commitment. You know, if you're gonna be with somebody and be with them for the long haul, you try to create all the memories you can. You know, and this is the thing. You know, once that person has gone on, you know, you cannot no longer sit back and allow your life to dwindle away. Basically, you know, for some people it's hard to move on, especially when they've lost a husband or a wife. I understand that. But in some instances, you also have to remember this. You know, that person, if they was here, would not want you to be down and out. And even if they was there, they would want you to still continue to live your life. And that's one thing you have to remember too. You still have a life to live. You still have things to do while you're here. So, you try to implement everything that you can. And the one thing to remember is again, if you're to a point where you just don't want to be alone, you don't have to. You know, see, I'll be honest with you. You know, there are people who, prime example, there are people who feel that those words mean what they mean. You know, those words forever, they mean something. You know, and some people think that they are going to be together forever, but that might not always be the case. Like I said, y'all could be together for a reason, could be together for a season or multiple, depending. You know, but the one thing to remember again, you know, is that when the time comes, you know, you have to be able to. Apologies for the stirring, y'all. Y'all know what it is. James, get out the dead coffee canister. Come on, let's go. Bring out the extra vanilla. But you have to remember when that time does come, yeah, you have to prepare for it. You have to definitely go through the stages of grief. You know, when it deals with that, yeah, you're gonna go through 5 different stages. I think, in my opinion, the worst one out of the 5 is the denial. You know, some people will be in denial that this is exactly what's happening to them, but after a while, they will come to that realization that, you know, this is true. You know, shit, I had my stages of denial when I lost people around. Again, you want to try to live the best life that you can live. You want to try to make the best memories that you can. You want to definitely try to, you know, set the bar, set the bar for what it should be. Now, it's a whole fact, man. Whole fact. You can't forget about all the great memories that you had with a person. Those great memories will always keep you uplifted, you know, and it will bring you back peace and joy to a degree. You know, yeah, it feels weird when the person is not here, but you got to remember they are still within spirit. So, in order for you to continuously keep moving forward, you got to remember that even in times of tragedy, you can't allow yourself to crash out. You can't allow yourself to fall down that deep pit of despair. Because once you fall down deep, there is no coming back up. And if you come back up, you might not come back up the same. Tamika, baby. You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. You know, like I said, this week has been a very surprising, not so much as a difficult week, but it's been a trying week. You know, see, this the thing. You know about being in good standings or just being in the right places at the right time when it comes to your friends. This past week, there's been more than a few of my friends that have gone through something tragic or near tragic. And even on the days I wasn't really trying to hear nothing or I just was trying to deal with my own things, I still took the time out to open ears, open hearts. Because a true friend is always going to be selfless and not selfish. I can't know that a person that I rock with is going through it and I don't try to help. I don't at least try to have a talk. You got to remember this part too. Again, you got to be there for those people, especially when they going through those type of times. One thing that people should remember is you never be insensitive to your friends. Never overstep or just cross boundaries. But one thing also is, again, you never kick them when they down, or you never say or do the wrong things that could make them look at you different. Solid friendship, solid camaraderie. Again, it happens. If the right people come across each other, trust me, they will build the best bonds and friendships. They will build it, and they will continue to keep moving forward. You know, friends argue, friends fight, but they never fall out over minor bullshit. And as long as that's the main compass that's keeping everything, moving in that direction, and keep doing what's necessary. I mean, look, sometimes you're not gonna have you're not gonna have agreements on certain views and issues, politics, et cetera, et cetera. But nothing should be that major to where you fall out. You know. But I've always said when people fall out, or if it does fall out, like then 9 out of 10, you know, they not meant to be around you, or they not meant to, you know, not meant to be there in those seasons that you're traveling. Serious, baby. See, again, take this into consideration. You know, there are friends who have fallen out because of insensitive behavior. You know, but again, when you know people are going through things, you try your damnedest to just try to stay within the realms. It should be the case right there. Like I said, sometimes people will fall out, but it depends on what they fell out about and how serious it got. You know, I honestly feel, again, when you have that much of a big fallout with a person, and it's to that point where it probably won't ever be the same, you keep it pushing. You just learned a valuable lesson that that person was only there for the season. Yeah, they was there for a reason, to a degree, to show you what was what. But they ain't make it past the one season, so you never let that deter anything. But again, real friends don't kick each other when they down. Real friends try to help out the best way possible. Support. That's a word that's always used, but it's seldomly done. Support goes in more than one faction. You got to be able to give your friends, prime example, the emotional support, the conditional support, and you're supposed to give the extended open arms. It's necessary. Again, solid friendship, you know, solid friendships are what make everything grand. You got friends to share the closest memories, especially within life. with you. You know, like I said, people deal with death differently. When it comes to your friends, it could be very impactful, or it could be semi impactful. It could be very impactful if there's no real support system for that person going through it. And then it could definitely turn left. You know, yes, sometimes you must unplug from society, especially when you are going through the stage of healing. Not saying completely block out everybody, but take that time to yourself. At least one of those days to yourself. Just take it to yourself. Sit back and reflect on things. You know. And again, remember all the good memories that made you smile, all the good memories that gave you tears of joy. You know, I told somebody, I understand how it feels when you was accustomed to waking up with somebody and going to sleep with somebody, and now that's gone. Yeah, it hit different. Definitely hits different. But you also got to remember, you can't stay in that sunken space forever. Prime example. Um, You heard me speak about that recently about the judge that just lost her husband after being married for over 20, 30 years. Look at it. Like prime example with that. That's gonna take some time. That's gonna take some time for her to completely heal and get back to where she once was. Yeah, I remember I told you that story. She just didn't want to do nothing that one day, and a perfectly good bed that she just bought just collapsed on her the minute she laid down, or before she laid down. Yeah, that was a sign. Sometimes them spirits do give us signs, especially when they in that sunken place. It's a sign that regardless to how you may think of things, it's still not over. You still have to live your life, you know. You still have things you need to take care of, you know. And I granted, when you've been married that long to somebody and that happens, it's different. Again, you gotta remember that's the sign that again, they're telling you something. Clear as day. You can't continue to wallow in despair, and you definitely just can't give up on living life. Word, what's going on, my guy? Did you do a live yesterday, bro? And I missed it. I gotta catch your replay though. Yeah, it's been one of those. It's been one of those up and down weeks. Trying to help with you know situations with certain people. Because this is what's really needed. You know, good spirited and just real talk. Cool gamer, what's going on? Again, I know it's different. And this is what I'm saying. Granted, it's gonna hurt harder when it's somebody that you love, somebody that you're used to seeing every day. But you also have to remember too, you know, there there are no mistakes when it comes to how that book of life is created. Again, we all don't know our punch out time. We all might have people that be in our lives for just for that small time frame. But even if it is a small time frame, cherish it. 702, baby. You the never let that aspect of things float away, basically. You gotta always remember the key aspects. You were blessed to be with somebody. You were blessed to share and create everything that you needed to create, which is your family tree, you know? And yes, it might be hard because you didn't want it to end so abruptly. But again, you never know what that book holds. And I would say that for any man or woman who has, again, lost a significant other. Try to get help. Word, don't come in here with that, son. I see, look, I told you this week been this kind of a week. But that's because a couple of the people within our fold has been going through some things recently. So, but wait a minute, don't come in here with that, son.
Okay. Locked up. Does pivot, gets into the edge and wins by and Hakuho still leads on his own.
Come in here with that, son. Yeah. Nah, last couple of days, bro, just it been left and right, left and right. You know. But see, this is what happens when you are being true and solid to the friends that mean something. I was trying to do this yesterday, but I got bombarded by a few things. No doubt, bro. No doubt. No, we in here. Now again, some people will try to come out and say some of those things. I ain't gonna tell you nothing but just logic and just perspective on things. You know, you got to keep the memories going. You got to keep yourself uplifted and going. And at some point, you have to move on. That is the one thing, and it might be hard to do. Moving on, especially when you've been accustomed to somebody for so long. But you're gonna have to do so because again, that person would not want you to be wallowing in despair. That person wouldn't want you crying all day, moping all day, blocking everybody out, being antisocial, any of those other things. Because that's not how you was before they left. And granted, it's hurtful again. But again, you got to use those good memories to always balance you out. Didi, baby. Oh, shit. Ooh, I'm about to have a sugar rush, y'all. My bad. Oh, snap. Ooh. Shouts to that French vanilla coffee. But you got to think about that. At some point, you would have to move on. Nobody wants to be alone forever. And for the ones that do say that, they don't even believe that. At least from what I see, they don't even believe it. One thing to remember is keep those memories attached at all times. You know, and the memories that might bring you to tears, as far as making you remember that day in particular, you don't push it away neither. sit, cope, you reflect, definitely pray, and then you get back on your horse and ride into the sunset. You still have a purpose while you are here. Now, I know, it's gonna hurt. I hear you, 702. But I was speaking along the lines of those who recently just lost, husbands or wives. That's something you that's something you know damn well you ain't gonna be able to really deal with either. If you was in that position, I don't think you'd be able to tolerate it, only because you wouldn't know where to go from there. But those are the stages of grief. Yeah, they do. For a couple people that I rock with, I know they going through it. So again, it's about solid friendship, solid foundation. And a lot of times you're gonna have to be the voice of reason. That's like when my homegirl lost her father, she could have went down the whole road. But yet and still did. Why? Because she had a support system. Even if it was only one person to come speak to. And you help your friends get out of that depression. Help them get out of that sadness and that sorrow. Yes, you give them time and space to heal, but you still got to be there as well too. The healing process is never to be rushed, but the healing process shouldn't just be done by itself. At certain points, you're gonna need that extra cushion or that comfort. I'll tell you this right now: you gotta definitely at some point build your strength back up. Build back your mental state, status. But trust me, things will hit different. And it might hit different at first for that small time frame, but it gets easier with time. It doesn't necessarily get better, but it does get easier. Some points it starts getting easier to cope with things. Again, it is solely about the overall support. When your friends are going through that form of drama, the friends and the family are supposed to be able to come together. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working harder than this pigeon on my windowsill, baby. If you don't get the fuck off my windowsill, little nigga. Oh bad, y'all. Pigeon must have smelled this coffee and thought he was sitting on it. No, nope. No, no. Not today. Not today, good sir. The one thing, if you know you got people who might be in that depression mode where they don't even want to do nothing but just sit in the house now, you got to get them out. They have to be able to come out, get some air, get reacquainted with what's going on. Those forms of depression, again, will leave you in the deepest, darkest shadow. No need for it. But it is also up to the person to accept it. And acceptance is a big part of grief. Have to be able to accept the fact that there is no turning back the hands of time. There is no stop, rewind, fast forward. You can only move forward. Understandable that again, it's hard to really get back into a good spirit of things when you just recently lost a husband or a wife. And again, I'm speaking to the kings and the queens right now that have just gone through it recently, especially the people that I know. Shades, baby. The one thing I can tell you though is that when it's time for you to really start moving forward, those signs will be right there. And you can't lay in depression forever. You can't cry your heart out forever. At the end of the day, you still have things to be grateful for, to feel blessed about. So make the best of it. The main thing to remember is think about the things that you need moving forward. Oh shit. About to be a pit bull fight outside. My bad. No. You can't get a wrench. But I'm gonna tell you how I make this right. Hmm. Now, to be honest with you, there's things you don't want to have to accept, but you really need to accept. Like again, for some, if it's been a little longer, then again, you don't want to spend the rest of your days alone. Okay, how tough you try to be. Okay, how hard shell you think you may be. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be alone forever. You still have memories to create. You still got growing and learning to do. The main thing to remember is when you do start moving forward with your life, doesn't matter what stage of life it's in, you have to remember to get back to the old traditions and routines. Make sure that if you do start moving with somebody, that person is not just a companion, but a true ride or die. Because again, hey, that could be the person you do spend the rest of your days with. I kind of always looked at certain things. There's some people who are going to probably find somebody, get married, and everything could be good. But there's some situations where it's not always that way. Some people may think you're going to spend forever with that person. It might not be that case. One thing that only, only one thing to remember though, is that again, you never know. Hence why you're supposed to cherish every blessing, every moment. Keep creating it. Keep building off of that. Now, some people, I'm not gonna lie, they might be comfortable just being too self-dependent. It depends on how strong the love was they had for that significant other that they lost. Some people might be able to say, you know what, I'll bounce back eventually. Yes, it hits different when you have kids together and grandkids together too. I completely understand that. But again, it's not the end of the world. The reason I say it that way is because, again, you're still here. A prime example, if you still have to be the bearer of holding down the family, and yes, you are still here for the purpose. But also on that understanding, there's certain things you know you're not going to be able to do alone. And why would you want to do it alone? Just think about all the things you are building in life, and then when you sit there and look at it, you ain't got nobody to share it with outside of your friends and whoever else. Who do you really share that with? Personal achievements, so on and so forth. Who do you share that with? Everybody's going to have a different mindset. But at some point, your mindset should be set on not just being with somebody, just to be with, but being with somebody because you truly love and care for. And this is the person that you choose to spend that time with. That's the whole fact, Shay. Can't be that hard up. You might feel weird moving on. And again, that's for some of you men and women out there. You might feel weird trying to move on if you're in that situation. But guess what? No matter how you look at it, no matter how hard you try to avoid it, you're gonna have to move forward. But all in all, though, I would pray and hope for some of y'all that again, don't give up on life's greatest achievements, life's greatest glories and blessings. But do remember this though, when you know you need the professional counseling, don't be scared to go get it. Or if you have people that you know you can really confide in and trust, you do that. BDBGP. What's going on, my guy? Yeah, shades for that, and it's truth. You know, that is truth right there for some. But again, you got to remember things don't just happen for a reason. So when those things do happen, it's not about just being mentally prepared. spiritually prepared, but definitely the psychological trauma that's, within that realm. You cannot crash out. You got to remember to keep yourself in a state of, you know, it hurts, but I have to do this. It hurts, but I have to do this. But yeah, I would say that on this level right here. Just because we go through these difficult times, that doesn't mean we stop living life. That doesn't mean we just quit. Got to create a space in your mind again. Cowboy, what's going on, my guy? Been a minute. Hope all well with you, bro. Hold on, son. Speaking of which, man, yeah, I'm glad you in here, man. I got a bone to pick with you for a second. My bad, y'all. Brief intermission. I got a bone to pick with you, man. Where my damn stallions at, man? Told you about that shit. I need my damn shit Christmas ago, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, but hopefully all good with you and the wifey, bro. Um, but remember that part. You know, as hard as it may seem for certain things to be accepted, you're gonna have to. Don't encourage the madness, y'all. Don't encourage the madness. I was supposed to get my stallion 2 summers ago. Come on, son. And I thought we was fan. Matter of fact, not. He just came in here and trolled me for a second. He just came in here and trolled me for a second. But this is what you don't do. Do that, man. Nah, you know I'm messing with you, bro. Oh, Walter. Oh, how about you shut up? Walter, I need you to step out of your boiler room, basement, tenement, go breathe, taste, smell all that fresh air outside. Can you do that for me? Can you please do that for me? Oh, oh, oh. Little Walter. Oh, come on, little Walter. Come.
Motherfucker.
No doubt, bro. You already, man. I'm glad everything going good with you and the wifey and all. Oh, little Walter. Little Walter. You smell that? You smell that? That's not just coffee in the chat. That's not just coffee in the air. Smell that? I smell pitifulness. Damn, you stink of pitifulness. Get the fuck out of here. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Let me find that Tony song, man. Tony song, man. Little Walter ass nigga. Come on, man. You really got time to troll and be funny when we talking about a serious topic? Maybe it's because your ass ain't go through half of the fucking shit we speak about. You can't resonate. You can't demonstrate, but you really about to detonate. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go sit your miserable, two-toned ass somewhere, man. Have a nice day. So fire too, baby. Go find another sector to dwell in. Don't come over here with that dumb shit. Again, you don't have to listen to it. You don't even gotta tune in. So keep looking desperate and miserable. It works. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Now again, before we was rudely interrupted by two pea brains today. Well, the same pea brain. Let me just get this right. Because all of y'all running the same bunch. So you're all just one equal pea brain. I'm not trying to argue with that. When you lose somebody, matter of fact, some of y'all probably might have lost somebody, and this is why you acting the way you're acting right now, even down to this. So keep looking desperate, keep looking forward. And yeah, again, for those who have lost people, you know, you have to keep moving the ball forward regardless. Keep that torch lit for them, uphold all the greatest memories. But then yeah, you still gonna have to put your foot forward. Just because one person might not be here, that doesn't mean your journey is over. But while you are still making your journey, just be smart, be wise. Main thing, keep on. And again, healing prayers and condolences and the deepest condolences to those who I was just speaking about. You know, to y'all and the family, it's a lot, it's a lot to deal with. But just make sure when it's time to reach, you reach for the right support. That's all I can say on that motion right there. To be honest with you, I'm trying not to really tear up. Oh, another thing about mental health and actually being on watch with people, especially people that could do that. Yeah, if at some point it becomes a problem, they're going to need to be committed. I'm sorry. If you're going to allow certain things to cripple you to a point where you just start neglecting yourself overall, or even trying to quote unquote take your easy way out and be selfish, I'm sorry. You need to be committed. You need to get the best help possible. There's no way to go around that. That becomes the ultimate problem because you never know when it can strike. In certain instances like that, you need round the clock care anyway. And for some, if y'all know y'all can try to get it done, make sure those people are getting the right form of treatment, not just the right form of advice, but the right form of therapy. Some people are not going to be able to cope with certain things on their own. And some people might actually feel like they're already on their own. But that me against the world mentality, at some point, it becomes a detriment. You're all going to need a form of people to rely on, no matter how you look at it. It's more also about who you share and who you actually build around and build with. But it should never get to a point where just because you might be going through a specific, might be definitely going through something that's not saying that it's not major, but it ain't major enough to where you feel like you should have to sorry off yourself. It should never be that way. But again, you got to learn to reach out to the right type of, you know, right form of friends, advice. It's needed. And sometimes you might get something from a stranger. You never know. Something will resonate with you throughout that day. Again, that wallowing in despair or even trying to take the easy way out, that's the most selfish outlook for your family, even for you. And even the people who deemed you worthy, that would even be that much of a detriment. Now, granted, there are some people who are just never going to be mentally strong. You're going to have some who never mature, period. But that self aspect of things just don't go the way I planned to go, then it's off to the races. Can't do that. Again, even when you feel like you're to a point where you can't can't recognize things, go get you some help. It works. Again, you got to remember, you're gonna take that time to heal. If you already was one of those people that have already attempted that and you're still here, you should be thanking that higher power again. Could have been tragic the first time around. Just because things are not going the way it should go for you, that don't mean it can't go a whole different way for you. Again, you got to remember loving yourself, loving in yourself, believing in yourself, strengthening yourself up, not allowing none of the day to days or anything else to overwhelm you. I swear, if I find that thing I was looking for, I'm gonna put that up here. That might be the next drop, y'all. I'm scheming. You know? Nah, that's a whole fact, serious. That is the truth. You know? Even if you was there to try to alleviate that problem, you know, that's the first thing that should be done. Call paramedics, do what you got to do. Make sure y'all get to where y'all got to get to. I've always said if you try to attempt that type of situation on your life more than once, you really need to be committed and you have to figure out why you feel the way you feel and why you feel that's just the easy way to go. Now, again, there's some of y'all that you know for a fact y'all could do way better. There's a reason why some of y'all hate to hear these words because you know that shit resonates and that shit stings every time something like that gets said. It shouldn't be one person's job and duty to deal with these type of scenarios, especially when somebody could be suicidal. EPB, what's going on? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take that into consideration what was just said today. For real. Shouldn't just be one person's job or duty. It takes a collective to help in that situation. At some point, you're gonna have to resonate with somebody. You have to be able to soak up all the important factors of a conversation, at least that notion. Because when you do, you implement those, and you could possibly stop yourself sometimes if you are suffering like that. How far are some of you willing to go for peace? It solely depends on you. But to be on a crash out, even towards suicide, that should not be one of the options on your list. That's just my view and opinion. Families, you have to start sticking together. I'm talking about the immediate family. Even if miles away, still stay some form of tight knit. Keep that communication line open for real. And for some of y'all that might have friends who are on those levels, if you really truly care about them, you better make sure that you try to get them the best help possible. Make sure those families that say they families are actually helping and getting things done. Again, it shouldn't be one person's burden to do entirely everything. Be more impactful if the numbers come together because those people do or probably still have some form of greatness instilled in them. Never know. You'll never know for those who just renounce it. To some degree, I feel some of those numbers could die down. Getting the proper care, especially when it's dealing with mental health, is the most important thing. But the one thing that always seems to be the main variant to that is depression. You never got over it. You never got over it. You might have thought you did, but you didn't. And that's when the problem starts. See, again, when you do go through specific traumatic events in life, you have to remember that when you are on the stages of letting things go, you have to completely let everything go in order for you to start rebuilding, in order for you to start the regrowth and the reflection. You have to let it all go. Just give it away. Again, it might be easier said than done, but it still needs to be said. Still needs to be re-implemented. And again, if you're feeling like even the simplest thing, like still calling that suicide hotline, ain't the thing. Again, gotta come to some form of conclusion. You still feel you are trying to reach out for that help, please do. A sincere message today. We clown, we joke, we do whatever, but we don't clown and joke about this. It's necessary though. Once you start getting that treatment and that help that's needed, you'll start getting back onto a road of self healing, self love, and self growth. There are some people who have actually beat the odds. They could have came close to taking themselves out, but there's certain things that just woke them up to realization. No matter how hard life gets, no matter how tough the things may be, remember this part right here. That's the part of the struggle. That's the part of life. Not everything is going to be, you know, peaches and cream. Everything is going to be hunky dory. No, you're going to have battles. You're going to have wars. You're going to have peace. No matter what part of that aspect of selling that you fall under, you still have time to reflect and think before you do the unnecessary. Yeah, that's all you really can do. You're still going to have to talk it out regardless. you have people that you really trust and that you're going through it with, and you make sure that it's reciprocated on both ends. Reach out. I wasn't going to hold y'all all afternoon. Be honest with you, I really wanted to get that out today. This is a serious situation, a continuous battle. And for those that didn't even have people to really bring them back to the forefront, like I said, some of them had to learn a hard lesson. But when they realized how severe it really could have been, that was a change for them to say, you know what, I gotta just continue to move on. I can't let my own depression or the depression that I'm bringing in, so on and so forth, stop me from being my best me. That's something that should resonate in some of your minds today. If you think you might be going through it, know your self worth, love yourself to the fullest extent. And if you don't know how to do that, you're gonna have to figure that out. And at certain points, you're gonna want to have to take the initiative for yourself. It feels good. Again, certain instances you just gotta learn to let whatever is hurting you, whatever is keeping you in that state of mind, again, let it go. The more you hold on to it, the more you allow it to affect you, the worse and the worse you're gonna keep getting. There should be multiple attempts for living life, not trying to take it. That's just my view and opinion on it. I'm just being logical. So, again, get the necessary help you can get. Doesn't matter if it's professional or even if it happens to help you out. Soak in. Please soak in what you need to soak in. That's a whole fact, serious. Whole fact. Not in that fight alone. Always remember that. Before I do get up out of here, because I'm going to revisit this. Oh, we got time this week. We got time. I wasn't going to hold y'all. Start getting ready. Appreciate everybody that tuned in today. Hopefully, somebody really did get something out of this. On both ends of cylinders, again, gotta remember pressure does not always have to do the unthinkable to you. It's either you're gonna fight or you know, just let it take over. hopefully you won't let it take over. And healing prayers to those who needed it. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hopefully, I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Let's see how this pans out. It's going to be an interesting week. But for the people celebrating birthdays this weekend and celebrating throughout the week, I did not forget about you. I did not forget about you. And many more blessings to y'all. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe, whatever you're doing. And whether it's with the family or dolly, don't matter. Hey, it's necessary to enjoy every moment. And again, if you need the professional help, get the professional help. Don't encourage my madness. Don't encourage my madness. Appreciate you, Shades, baby. For those who really have been rocking out, appreciate y'all for being a part of the fold, still becoming a part of the fold. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna definitely come back tomorrow, finish breaking this down. Because it's needed. Keep breaking down things you need to break down. You do get positive results. I still ain't forget about y'all Dawn babies. I still did not forget about y'all babies. Hold on.
Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
Then again, happy birthday to everybody.
Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, this one could come is okay. Like Kalani's, Roger like Kalani's, okay.
Yeah, we ain't forget about y'all. Don't worry. Y'all turn up for your boy. I think I might be working tonight. Y'all pray for me. Oh, for those following me on Clapper, I'll see y'all at 6. Cause I'm rolling. I'm rolling on the river, motherfucker. Oh, and for the 2 clowns that came in here early. My bad.
Shit.
I feel good now. I feel good. Oh, oh. And when you feel good,
My problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
there you go. There you go. Oh man. But again, I see y'all at 6 though. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And yeah. Oh, my bad. Was trying not to do that. Trying not to do that. I'm trying not to do that, man. And I'm not gonna do it. I lie.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You a baddie, the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said he get the dirty outside. Heard they was some free, so I had to bring it down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, Brody.
There you go. There you go. Y'all stay safe. Oh, there's more coming. And there's more coming. There's motherfucking more coming. But y'all wait a minute. I can't do that. Oh, don't worry. There's more coming. There's more. Nobody listen, right? Nobody listen. Well, oh, wait a minute. I'm happy now. I found out my answer today. Hey, watch this. If I don't see you at 6, I will see you at 7. Yes. Yes. I'm back. Spread the word. Top shotters are back. Oh, man. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.